Y'all, it looks like Draya and Michelle and Jalen Green have more problems than just that huge age gap between them, because these past few days have been filled with some of the craziest drama, and I've got all the tea. The relationship that claimed to be working, even though it was unconventional, clearly isn't holding up as much as they made it seem. Rumors are now swirling around Dree, and they're eerily similar to the allegations against Diddy. On top of that, things are going downhill fast. Some people are even speculating that the daughter Dree shares with Jalen might not actually be his. And to make matters worse, she allegedly threw hands at him in broad daylight while they were walking down the streets of Hollywood. So the question is, are they headed straight for a breakup? Or is this just another messy lover spat? Let's get into it. It's not every day you hear about a younger man dating a much older woman. More often than not, it's the other way around, older men with women half their age. That's exactly why the internet went crazy when it was revealed that Dree, now 40 years old, is in a relationship with 23-year-old Jalen Green. The situation only got messier when fans realized that Dree's first son, Nico Howard, is the same age as Jalen. To make it even stranger, Dree often takes Nico to watch Jalen play, and people couldn't help but point out how uncomfortable Nico looks at those games, like he doesn't really want to be there. The 17-year age gap is already shocking, but the fact that Dree could literally be Jalen's mother makes it straight up diabolical. But that's not even the whole story, though it does play into the bigger picture. Rumors that Dree had been stepping out on Jalen started spreading sometime last year. For those who don't know, Dree first made her name on Basketball Wives LA long before she was linked to Jalen Green. On that show, she starred alongside Laura Govan, who at the time was with former NBA player Gilbert Arenas. Another player, Nick Young, spilled even more tea in a 2022 interview with Vlad TV, where he recounted a wild story involving himself, Dree, Michelle, and Gilbert Arenas. According to Nick, when he was still a rookie, Gilbert used to haze him by making him act as his personal driver. Young said Gilbert would force him to wear a chauffeur hat and drive him around to clubs whenever he wanted. NBA hazing at its finest.
No, it's actually true. With the show, like shirt for a hat with the little suit was way for Gil. But he paid me for it, so I'm like, all right, cool.
Well, but he would get a girl and start messing with her in the backseat?
Backseat. I can't say the name he had, but he had a good one time. And I'm like, is this real? He in the back door, I'm driving. They doing whatever in the back.
Nick Young recalled one particular time when he had driven Gilbert Arenas to a club, and Dree, along with another girl, got into the car. He recounted how Arenas and Dree allegedly became intimate in the back seat while he was driving. Now, in the world of big-name players like Gilbert, getting freaky like that isn't exactly shocking, but to Nick, it was just a wild, funny story to share. Things really escalated, though, when Laura Govan appeared on Reality with the King. The host brought up Nick Young's story, and although Laura and Arenas were no longer together at the time, she confirmed it was true. According to her, Dree was Arenas' jump-off chick, and the encounters happened more than once. She even added an explosive detail, claiming she found papers at the house she once shared with Arenas that suggested he had paid Dree $25,000 to bring her out to LA. This revelation sent fans and critics into a frenzy, dragging Dree across social media. With her reputation on the line, Dree eventually clapped back, insisting she was innocent. Or was she? In a now-deleted series of Instagram stories, she wrote, "First, I'm not the type of person to clear things up, but enough is enough. I've been cyberbullied and podcast bullied for almost 12 months straight by men and women. I have stayed quiet. I didn't mess with anybody's husband. Let's be clear that no one was married. Let's also be clear that the interactions I had with him were years before I was on the show. So you was in that back seat though." She also admitted, in her own defense, that the reason she didn't fire back harder was because she hadn't always made the best choices in her past. "I don't come to social media and bash people. I didn't always have the conscience that I have today. For a while, people seemed to move on, until things spiraled again. When Arenas was asked about the alleged interaction, he didn't deny it but also didn't outright confirm it, leaving people to speculate. Fans found it shocking that after all this, the next man Dree publicly involved herself with was someone young enough to be her son. And in this case, that's not just a figure of speech. Her first son is literally the same age as Jalen Green. When news of her relationship with the 23-year-old NBA star broke, the internet exploded. Critics branded her a cougar and accused her of grooming. But when asked about the controversy, Dree made it clear she wasn't fazed. In her own words, she said she didn't care.
I don't know what people's problem is. Two adults being in love, I don't know why that would rub people the wrong way. It's kind of weird. Love is love at the end of the day.
We see older men dating younger women all the time. It happens so often that nobody even bats an eye anymore. But when it comes to women dating much younger men, it's a whole different story, and that's why people are side-eyeing Dree. The fact that Jalen is the same age as her son, and she's bringing them to games together just feels strange. Were they supposed to be best friends? Clearly, she doesn't care, because not only did she make Jalen her man, she turned him into a whole baby daddy. Dree got pregnant and gave birth to a daughter named Light Green in May 2024. Yes, you heard that right, Light Green. The internet had a field day with that name. But here's where it gets even messier. Jalen didn't just become a father once in 2024, he became a father twice. 3 months before Light Green was born, a California student named Maya Lopo gave birth to his first child, Mora Lopo, on February 12, 2024. Maya is reportedly the same age as Jalen, and when Dree found out, she was furious, not only because Jalen had a child with someone else, but because child support money would now be split between her and Maya. Things escalated when rumors swirled that Jalen had gotten yet another woman pregnant while still with Dree. That's when the internet dragged her, saying she thought she could lock Jalen down because of her age and experience, but in reality, the trickster got tricked. What made it worse is the impact on her son Nico. Word on the street is that he's now estranged from Dree, embarrassed and teased because his mom's baby daddy is literally the same age as him. Imagine being in high school while your mom is dating someone you could have grown up watching cartoons with. And if that wasn't enough, things between Dree and Jalen recently hit a boiling point. During New York Fashion Week, the two allegedly got into such a heated fight in the streets that they had to be pulled apart before it turned physical. Witnesses claim Dree had been drinking and blurted out that she had cheated on Jalen the same way he did to her when she was pregnant, and even insinuated that Light might not be his. Some say she only said it because Jalen looked at another woman too long, but the damage was done. To save face, Dree quickly uploaded a video showing the two all loved up, acting like nothing happened, but fans weren't buying it. Critics are now calling their dynamic less like lovers and more like a toxic mother-son relationship. Others say Dree only wants NBA money, pointing to Jalen's massive $106 million contract renewal as her real motive. Some even claim she's being passed around the basketball world, branding her a gold digger who trapped Jalen with a baby. And while Jalen usually keeps things private, something clearly pushed them over the edge this time. Rumors that their fight may have been about Light's paternity are still swirling, especially since Jalen has openly said his daughter inspires him on the court. So if there's even a possibility she's not his, that changes everything. But the wildest allegation yet doesn't stop at Jalen. It drags in Diddy. According to Hitmaker, the last time he saw Dree, she was with Diddy, and he swears she was getting intimate with him under a blanket while Cassie was still in the house. He claimed he was there for a business meeting when it all went down. Dree has never confirmed or denied this, but she has admitted in the past that she's done things she isn't proud of. And in a world where being linked to Diddy right now comes with heavy baggage, those rumors only fuel the fire.
Like last time I seen Draya when we was talking about that shit, she was with Puff, and I feel like she was giving a nigga the hand. This Puff is trying to have a meeting with me or whatever, and like we there, and like Cassie's in the house or whatever, and like Draya's there or whatever, and like Draya's sitting next to him.
Yeah, threesome.
The nigga's trying to have a meeting with me, and like I think that like Draya like giving him a hand job or something under the blanket. Probably, you know, I'm like, bro, I don't want to talk too much. I went back downstairs.
Right now, not only is Dree's son barely speaking to her, but it looks like Jalen might not be sticking around much longer either. She may be running out of ways to keep him tied down, But if there's one thing about Dree, it's that she knows how to bounce back quickly. Still, Jalen Green's world has officially been turned upside down, and Dree's secrets are out for everyone to see. DNA results have confirmed what the rumors were whispering all along, and now the internet is watching this relationship unravel in real time. From public fights in the streets to shocking allegations and messy family drama, nothing about this situation is normal or simple. And one thing is certain, the fallout isn't over. The only question now is, will Jalen finally move on and cut ties? Or will Dree pull off yet another comeback to keep him in her orbit? Either way, this story is far from finished, and the tea is only getting hotter.